Morning musings in the studio on this tiny little Greek island. This morning I am busy elsewhere outside of the studio. However, I always come in and spend time here. So the first things that I have on the list is working on this beautiful pet portrait that I am doing and beginning to establish the flowers that will go with her character. And I'm pretty much set on that, so I want to establish that and put that in today. But my musings today, of course, I'm thinking about the podcast, Tiny Studio Big Ideas podcast. I still haven't thought of a better name. It just might stick. And it is a tiny studio. I'm not so sure that my ideas are very big at all, or the ideas that I am trying to understand. The ideas may be big, but they're not mine. So that is my struggle with that podcast name, but that is what came to me when I had to put in a title, and I just went with it because, like I've talked about before, good enough is my new deity in my life. Good enough. It's good enough. And it works for now, so that's where it's going. But anyways, in my class yesterday, there was a beautiful little discussion about the structure of what I teach. So the structure of what I teach, that foundation of moving into your creative home, moving into greater understanding of how creativity works through us as we're painting, how it all comes together. I'll just use painting, although, like I've said, many times, it's the same process with everything. I'm cooking this morning and the same thing happened. The idea, the visualization, the inspiration of it, you imagine the food, how it's going to turn out, what you want to do with it. You say, hey, do you want me to cook this today? And then if the idea is a good enough idea and we love it, then I go and get all the ingredients needed, and I have made the decision. I put my willpower in it, and it's like, and I was talking in my class yesterday and saying, okay, it's really important for us to understand how creativity works through us, how it comes through. The moment of realizing that there's something you want to paint, something that you like, and you're like, oh, wait, I love that view right there, and I want to paint it. So then you begin to imagine the painting, what it might look like and how you might want to do it, and then you sketch it out, do your notans, your 3-value sketches. If you like the idea well enough, you move into the actual willpower and determination of saying, yep, I'm going to paint this. And you get out your canvas, your paints, you decide, you get everything ready so that you're able to move into that creativity. You paint the painting and, put it out into the world. So with that, we have basically from the area where you in your heart area, where you decide if you love the idea enough to paint it or not, that is your balancing point, right? That is the area where it's like an airport, let's say. So you've got, the plane up in the air and it's coming down to the airport so that, the people can get off and go out into their physical world, or the people coming in from the physical world coming into the airport and taking off and going back up into the sky. It may be a very cheap kind of metaphor, but that's what came to mind, and it's good enough. So I was talking about when you will become an artist, in my very humble opinion, an artist when you are balanced with that more abstract realm of the putting things together in your mind and bringing it down, and then into the physical realm where you are actually creating and painting that painting and putting it up on the internet, trying to sell it here, putting it in a gallery, showing it to your friends, or hanging it up in your home, whatever it is that you're doing. The two need to be balanced, not only so that you actually paint and finish a painting. I spend a lot of time with the ideas of things, but never actually acting on creating those ideas, putting them out in my life, in this world. So along with that, I talked about how when we can do the same within ourselves, have that balance, in this area, that airport, and we're connected with the more abstract and with the physical and with the things that need to be done, washing the dishes, cooking a meal, all of those things. Then our lives feel and probably are balanced. And it's kind of like that pendulum swinging thing, right? You're just kind of in the middle. I think it was Aristotle that said pan metron ariston, everything in measure, where the pendulum is just swinging gently in that middle ground. You're not swinging too much on one side, because then you must swing on to the other. So it's, rather than being on that kind of swing, it's just more a flowing, beautiful, balanced existence. So, morning musings in the studio, right? Morning musings in the studio. Those are my musings today. And while I am out cooking my meal and manifesting it, putting it out into the world, creating it, I am also working on the tech stuff. That whole Kajabi thing, trying to get a little better handle on what's going on. I have that mini course that I'm just dying to put together and just have not yet found the time. And then I'm just going to come in here and focus on my pet portrait today. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Be inspired. Be creative. And be you. Have a beautiful day.